Hello everybody, I'm Emma from Balance Works Yoga and welcome to this yoga class. It's week 3 of the term if you're following the term, and this week we are got a practice that is about finding the light within us, whatever that means to you. So trying to tap into our inner lights. So we are going to start lying down, you'll be pleased to know, so you can have a bit of time just to stretch out and arrive into the present moment and just begin to slow things down a little bit. So however you'd like to get comfortable, whether that's having a big good old stretch on the mat or hugging the knees in, having a little rock around, stretching out, just taking this time to sort of tap into what your body needs. So sometimes it's quite nice just to listen to whatever it feels like doing at this point and just checking in with the different body parts as you begin to just slow things down a little bit, take some deeper breaths, and just take time to arrive and put the rest of the day on hold and enjoy this time of presence, of tranquility, and giving time to yourself. Hoping that Harry settles down, but he is getting in the way a bit. So the light within us, what does that mean? We often say namaste, which means the light in me sees and honors the light within you. In yoga, we are all born with a light inside us. Even you, Harry. Every being born with a light inside. And we can share this light, and it can often be described as this like inner radiance, this inner light and sparkle, if you like. So try and think for a moment, what makes you sparkle, what gives you joy, what brings you energy as you lie here and just trying to tap into that inner light. You might want to bring your hands to your belly, to your heart, or just try to connect to that light within. You might not feel you have much of a light within you, and that's quite normal. There are a lot of layers of distraction and sort of disturbances and just stuff that gets in the way of us connecting with our inner light, or our true self, some people like to call it as well. So yeah, there's all sorts of different interpretations, but in yoga, the whole aim is to follow this path of enlightenment and learn how to peel away the layers of distraction, try to ignore them, try not to detach to them, so that we can see our inner light more clearly, if you like, who we truly are. And this is not something that's easy to do, because our lives are busy. There we are, surrounded by distraction, surrounded by stresses and worries and anxieties and jobs to do and life, families, busy stuff going on. And it's very important to sort of come back to ourselves sometimes and just try to give our lights a bit of attention, if you like we are right now. So just taking a moment to think about what your light looks like to you. What does it mean to you? What makes you spark? What makes you feel at peace? And while you're lying here, have an option to, if you've got a block, you can always come into a supported bridge. You can maybe pop the block underneath you, underneath your hips, taking a moment just to adjust it. You can always have a cushion, a bolster, anything. And just seeing if we can relax the rest of the body around this slightly elevated hip position. Or if you've got like a sofa or find a wall, you can even just extend your legs up the wall. So if you're on a block or wherever you are, just see if you can bring the knees, lift the feet up and bring the knees upwards. And just again, have a little rock here. Just trying to relax the shoulders along the ground. Let everything else melt down. Just begin a little bit of gentle stretching out. Check that you're not holding tension in your neck. A little bit of a rock. Big deep breaths. An option to extend one leg and maybe the other leg, or one at a time. Just have a little stretch of the legs, pushing the heels away. You can stay here for a moment if you want, or you can keep them bent. You find this position, whatever feels good to you. Maybe a little wiggle of the toes, wiggle of the fingers, just to keep this sense of lightness today. Or whatever feels good when you've got your legs in this elevated position, this little gentle inversion. It's just great for improving the circulation, blood flow. And taking some deep breaths. Harry, no. We'll put you inside. Come on, that's it. An option to bring the arms up and stretch them out. Nice and long. Maybe bring the feet down. I do not want a lick, Harry. So this is a reality of it, really. No. Working around the distractions that we have in our yoga practice. You can even extend the legs if you like, if that feels okay, and just getting a full body stretch. You'll know whether it feels good or not. Nice stretch through the psoas muscle. And wherever you are, just taking some deep breaths. Take another one, inhale. Inhale and exhale. I had to get rid of Harry, put him inside, not get rid of him, put him inside because I think he was a little bit too much of a distraction. Sitting right on top of me is quite hard to continue, even though it's lovely to have different things going on around you in your yoga practice to stimulate the senses. That might have been a bit too much. Okay, we're going to carefully push through our feet and just remove the block if you've got one there, bringing the feet back down to the floor, keeping the knees bent. Let's just hug our right knee in, giving a little ankle rotation here. And then slide the hands behind the thigh, the right thigh, pushing that foot up to the ceiling, just getting a nice stretch. And then rebending that knee, bringing the left ankle to the right ankle to the left thigh. Finding our figure of four, stretch here. That might be enough, or you might want to thread your hand through and just pick up your left thigh, giving that a little squeeze in here. Even more, you might want to slide your hand behind your left shin, getting an even deeper stretch. So you choose your stretch, what feels nice. Have a little rock if that feels good. Really trying to relax the shoulders down. And slowly release, bring the right foot down, hug the left knee in. A few little rotations, waking up the toes, the feet. Really enjoying this time, just checking in with the different sections of our body. Send them a bit of love and light. And then slide the hands behind your left thigh, extending the left leg wherever it wants to come to. You might want to do a little stretch and then bend. Stretch, push away. Flex the foot, feel a lovely stretch down the back of that leg. Big breath, and then rebend that knee, bring the left ankle to the right thigh this time, finding our figure of four. Either stay here or thread the hands behind your right thigh, drawing it in. Little gentle lift of the hips, maybe sliding the hands a bit further behind the shin for an extra extension here. You'll feel it all the way down your left leg. You choose, might be different on each side. Little rock just to get a little massage in at the same time. Nourishing stuff. Big breaths. You are here. Hard part's done, just arriving, showing up, putting this video on. Well done. Okay, release gently. And just a little, bring the hands alongside you, just a little dip of the legs to either side. Just get this gentle little twist. Then we're going to rock our way up to a seated position, or you can just roll onto one side, however you want to get to seated, but just do it mindfully with a bit of love for your body, whatever feels good. And then take a moment to get into your seated position. You might want to elevate your pelvis by sitting on a blanket or a block or something, whatever feels good. I'm going to take some big breaths here, reaching the arms out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring the hands down to center. And 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale down. Nice big breaths. Enjoy them. Inhale. Through the nose, maybe hold. And exhale. Down. One more, and on the next one, going to bring the hands behind the neck or wherever they want to come to here, just gently finding a position where we can just inhale to open the chest and exhale round the back a little bit, holding onto the neck and just allowing the neck to do some gentle little rolls here. Adding some movement just to soften. Checking in with the neck, little rocks from side to side. And then come back upright. Lovely. Bring the fingertips behind us. Inhale, draw the shoulders back. Expand the chest, expand between the collarbones, create space today. Lots of trying to let our hearts shine out. Getting lots of lovely big open stretches. Take a little smile, pop it on, give it a go, even if you don't feel like it. And then come back to center. Let's put the right fingertips down, left arm up. And then we're just going to do this little windmill over to the other side. Let's just take it nice, add a bit of flow. Just feeling nice this morning. Sometimes it's nice to hold position, sometimes it's nice to flow with it. You choose. Maybe hold the next one. I like to do a little opening of the wrist and the other one. Keeping the hips down, so we're getting the stretch down the side body. And come back to center. We're going to walk the fingertips forwards, just like you're crawling your fingertips. Add a little movement, maybe a little lift of the hips, we just jiggle our way down into a fold. That might be here, whichever way you are, just add some movement. Crawling forwards with the fingertips like a cat, just taking a big stretch here. Feeling that lovely stretch down the back of the legs. And then slowly coming back upright. Awesome. Let's come to a tabletop position. So just slide the legs behind you. Take your time coming to all fours. Maybe have a little rock when we're here. Just checking in with the new foundation, spreading the fingertips, rounding the back a bit, trying a little bit of cat-cow. Maybe send the fingertips out to the side. A little stretch of the wrists. You might want to rotate those fingertips all the way round from the outside to your knees, maybe one hand at a time, or you can do both just to feel the stretch down the back of your arms. If you want more, you can always just sit back, increasing the stretch. Just checking in with how it feels, really important, your body. And then bring the back to face the front. We're going to flip the palms up and face the fingertips inwards. You might want to do one hand at a time, or you can do both. Again, a bit easier and gentler on your wrists if you bring them close to your knees. A little wiggle of the fingers. Lovely, and place them back down, tabletop position. Okay, we're going to inhale, lift the left arm out to the side, reaching up, and then exhale, we're going to thread that arm underneath, the hand underneath the right arm, coming down into a thread the needle position. You can have your ear to the mat, or you can use a block or a cushion if you like, and walk the right fingertips to the top of the mat. You can either have the hand flat or tent the fingertips here and inhale just for an extra little twist. Take some big breaths here to expand and twist, and exhale just to soften. Feel your way into this thread the needle. One more breath. Then walk the fingertips back, hand under your shoulder, and come back up to our tabletop position before we go on the other side. So this time, inhale, lift the right arm out the side. Inhale, lift, exhale, thread the hand underneath, sinking down, finding a position that feels good. Walk the fingertips to the top of the mat, that's the left hand, sorry. And you can either be low down here, or you can tent the fingertips and twist a little bit here, maybe looking underneath your armpit. Breathing into it, or you can stay low for a deeper stretch through the arm. Or you can be on a block or cushion to support you if you can't get down to the ground, but try to take some breaths to soften into the stretch. And then slide the hand underneath, coming back to tabletop. Going to walk both fingertips out this time, both hands out, and just keeping the hips elevated, just sink, rather than sinking the head down, maybe the chest down towards the mat. Again, don't have to come all the way, and you can use your block or a cushion maybe to support your chest or even your head, or both, until you can feel a nice stretch through the arms, the shoulders, keeping your hips nice and high. And then slowly sliding back up, just come to a kneeling position for a moment. Tuck myself in, and a little roll of the shoulders. Shake things out, anything you need to do. Then walk the hands forwards, going to tuck the toes and come into a downward facing dog. So take your time here just to lift the knees off the mat, keeping nice and low to begin with, and nice bent knees. Pushing the ground away, spreading the fingertips and trying to melt the chest down. Bring the belly towards the thighs, keep the knees generously bent here. Feet about hip width apart if that feels okay. Give it a little yes and no with the head. And just pedal the legs to see if you can get a little stretch down the back of each leg. Trying to bring the weight through your heels rather than over your hands. One more big breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, big out through the mouth. Then we're going to come up on our toes, just tippy toes. We're going to tiptoe to the top, towards our hands, feet towards the hands, and then lower the heels down, bend the knees, find this nice little forward fold. Maybe have a little sway here, holding on to the arms, or relax the arms and just find a little sway. Nice and nourishing, relaxing the back and the head and the arms and the shoulders. Then slowly, keeping the knees nice and bent, tucking the tailbone in, drawing the belly in, curling up. Before we come all the way up to standing, take a big inhale and then relax the arms alongside you, adding any sort of movement just to ease yourself into our standing position. Anything just to loosen up arms, shoulders, swing of the arms. And then just take a moment to find your Tadasana, which we had a little deep dive into last week. So hopefully you should know all the cues of really going a little body scan from the feet all the way up through the body. So take a moment to check in with your feet, your toes. I like to close my eyes and really ground through the feet and spread them out, maybe lifting the toes, spreading them down. Maybe taking a little rock, or just a few little spirals, gentle little spirals to feel your way through all the edges of the feet. So you feel solid, secure, supported, strong through the feet. And then draw the energy up through the body, lifting up through the front body, lifting the chest, taking a big inhale, lifting the crown of the head, tuck the chin slightly here, ground through the back body. Really trying to spread out through our chest area, through the space between our eyes, our cheeks. Take a big smile, spreading out the light. Take a big inhale and exhale. And again, inhale, exhale, inhale and exhale. One more. Exhale. Okay, we're going to do a little balancing sequence. So we're going to come to the top of our mats if you're not already, and just take a moment to ground down through our left leg first of all. Find a focal point and just see if you can draw the energy up through your right knee, just coming onto the toes. Maybe you can lift it up, bringing the arms up as well. You choose, we're not going to be here long. Inhale, woo, bit wobbly, and then we're going to bring the arms down and the foot down as we cross the legs here. So we've come down like this. Take a little bend here into a little version of like a chair pose, but with crossed legs. Maybe bring the hands down, then we're going to inhale, rise all the way up again, uncross, lift the knee again, and this time we're going to bring the arms down, the foot down behind us. We're going to wrap that right foot behind and take it out to the side, taking this little curtsy lunge, and then come all the way up again. Inhale, lift the knee up, and next we'll be stepping back with that foot to a high lunge position. Okay, take a moment here, take an inhale, big breath, sweep the arms up, and then exhale, reach forwards and step back to our mountain pose. Whoa, I am wobbly this morning. And come down. We'll do that one more time so you know what we're doing this time. So same leg, ground with the left leg, lifting the right leg up if it comes, or staying on your toes. Inhale, reach the arms up. Maybe the right knee comes up, and then cross over, sinking down into a cross-legged chair. Inhale, lift up again. Right knee comes up. This time we put it behind the left foot and sink down into a curtsy. I'm using my arms for balance here out to the side, as low or as high as you like. Inhale, back up, bring the knee back up. This time step it back to a high lunge. Take your time getting there, bending to the feet. Inhale, reach the arms up. Big heart expanding breath, open. And then reach back forwards. One more lift of the knee if you can before bringing it down. Shake things out, lovely. We're going to go with the left foot this time, doing the movement, but it's the right foot that is the stable one in this one. Right leg, so that's the one that really strengthens and switches on. Okay, so ground through your right leg foot first of all. Keep on getting gusts of wind as well, which might upset the camera. Let's just keep going. And inhale, draw the energy up through the left knee. Maybe bring the arms up, maybe the knee comes up. Ground through your right foot. And then as we lower down, we cross over the left leg over the right. Maybe bring the toes down to the ground. Sink down into a little cross-leg chair. Then inhale, come up again. Inhale up. This time we put the left leg behind. Bring the arms out to the side for stability. Coming down into a curtsy lunge. Inhale all the way up. This time we send the left foot backwards, trying to balance our way back into a high lunge, but rearrange your feet if you need to as you draw the hands up. Lift up, open the heart. Get your balance. Take a big breath here. And then exhale, come back to where we started, a little stalk pose before bringing it back down again. We'll go one more time on the same leg. When we cross this time, you have the option of coming into a figure of four. So instead of crossing, we can do figure of four if you like as another option. So ground to the right foot. Make sure we're nice and upright. Then we're going to inhale, lift up, maybe onto the toes of the left leg, or we come all the way up. And then exhale, bring the left toes down, crossing over or coming into our figure of four chair, trying to long back here. Inhale, we'll come up again. This time we send the left foot, behind, coming into curtsy lunge, bending at the knee, the left foot to the side. Inhale, back up. Then we send the left foot backwards, reaching backwards as we step back, get our balance, and then reach the arms forward. Inhale, open the arms, big expansion of the chest, the heart, and then exhale, come back to the front of our mats. Give things a little shake out. That's just a new little sequence for you, but lots of control and trying to balance and just keep ourselves sort of under control there. So it's quite hard. The slower you go, the harder it is, but it's a nice one to practice. Okay, let's just focus on our arms for a moment. So going to have a go at this of eagle arms. So just going to make sure we're standing with a little bit of softness in our knees here, just supported. We don't need to be in like a full chair or anything. So just drawing the belly in, spreading through the feet. I'm going to bring the arms forwards and just reach forwards with the fingertips. Reach, reach, reach for length, and then draw the shoulders back. Draw, nice little squeeze the shoulders. And then we're going to wrap the left arm underneath the right. So left arm underneath the right as we give ourselves a hug and Draw our fingertips around our shoulders and give us a little squeeze here. And we can either stay here or we can start to bend the elbows, bringing the backs of the hands towards each other. Maybe stay here for a moment in this like sort of ninja haya position. You can stay here, or maybe they'll continue going and you might be able to get the backs of the hands near to each other, a little bit longer, the forearms, backs of the forearms to each other. You might even be able to get this little tuck. So we can either stay here or stay here. Whichever one we're at, trying not to let the shoulder hoik up and get to this little bit of a dip. We're trying to stay upright. So whether we're here or here or here, lift the elbows, lift the arms. Take a breath, feeling that deep stretch. And then as we release, we're going to send the fingertips backwards. We're going to release and open up. And relax. A little shoulder roll. Then we'll go on the other side. So this time, going to send the right arm underneath the left. So bring the arms forwards, draw them backwards, bring the right arm underneath the left this time, and wrap the fingers. We get this little extra sort of hug, extra bit of stretch through the shoulders. And then we're nestling those elbows in. See if we can bring them up. We can stay here. Take a breath here if that's enough, a stretch. Nice soft knees, draw the belly in. Thinking upright and lift here. Or the backs of the hands and a little tuck might come. So that's either backs of the hands or we get those left fingertips just tucked onto the right. Whatever feels nice, wherever you are, inhale and lift and try and nestle yourself in. Whichever position. Lifting up, feeling the squeeze. And as we inhale, and exhale, release. Open up the arms. Do a few shoulder rolls, a few little drawing big circles of the arms out, stretched. And give them a little swing just to ease off. So that's the eagle arms. And we've had a little go at the sort of eagle legs, and we'll put the two together at the end. Okie doke. Coming to top of our mats. Let's take a couple of breaths. And we're going to take a little flow to come down to the mat. So we're going to inhale, reach up. Exhale, take a little fold, reaching down. Take a bend at the knees and enjoy the fold. On the exhale, relaxing the upper body, the arms, the neck. Then we're going to inhale, slide the hands up, coming to a half lift. Squeeze the shoulders, flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, bring the hands down. And we're going to step back to a plank or a half plank. You choose your variation, what feels okay. Whichever one you're in, remembering to draw the belly in, but lower the hips to try and find this plank-like position. Big breath, holding it. Whichever variation you're in. And then exhale, going to lower ourselves down to the mat. And just take a moment to untuck the toes, press through the lower body, the tops of the feet, the pelvis. Get a little squeeze of the glutes, a little squeeze of the shoulders and the back. And you get that little lift of the chest. As we just lift the chin slightly and then exhale, come down. So without using the hands too much, a bit like last week, bring the head down towards the mat and then again press down, squeeze the back body, see if you can lift the chest up slightly and the head comes up last. And then exhale back down. We're going to slide the hands forward, coming onto our forearms here into a sphinx position. If that feels okay. If not, you can widen the elbows and come down a little bit. But just taking a moment to inhale and bring the chest forwards. Trying to open up through the chest, through the shoulders, through the face. Maybe looking up and taking a little smile again, just trying to spread the light across your face. Relax into this moment, finding lightness. And then keeping our arms in the Sphinx position, if that feels okay for you, then we're going to tuck the toes. And we can either lift ourselves up into a forearm plank, or we can bring the knees, keep the knees down and sort of shuffle them in slightly and come to more like sort of tabletop variation. So you can either be here with the knees down or the knees lifted and a long plank-like position. Got a bit of a breeze blowing through. Either way, we're going to walk the feet forwards. So you can either shuffle the knees forwards or you can walk the feet forwards, bring the hips upwards and beginning to look down towards your feet, coming into dolphin. Lifting the hips, walking tiptoe, tiptoe. And then we'll bring the knees down if they're not already and just reach our hips backwards. Sitting back into a little child's pose for a moment, stretching out the back and the arms. One big breath here. And then slowly slide the hands and come to a kneeling position, coming a bit upright now. Just going to move my notes because the wind keeps blowing them out of the way. Oh dear, hazards of doing it outside. I have to work with nature. In a kneeling position, if that feels okay, just a little arm roll here, a little shoulder roll. And let's inhale, take a nice big heart expanding breath. Bring the hands to prayer position. We're going to push through the shins and lift ourselves, lift our hips up, coming to an upright kneeling position, pressing through the tops of the feet. One more inhale, reaching up. And exhale, down. I'm going to press through our right, weight through a right knee, bring the left foot forwards, coming into this low lunge position. Hands in prayer, take an inhale. And then as we exhale, we're going to interlace the fingers and push the hands away, reaching forwards, getting a nice little stretch. And then inhale up. When they're above our heads, make sure you're nice and balanced and stable through the feet. Little wobble there, and then release the hands, drawing a nice big circle, this little mandala flow. So inhale, bring the hands to heart, interlace the fingers, exhale, push away over the front knee. Inhale, rise up with the hands, and release and draw a nice big circle, opening up and squeezing the back. Let's go one more time. Inhale, hands to prayer, pressing through the top of the back foot and the front foot, and interlace the fingers, exhale, push away. And then reaching up. This time, going to leave the left hand up and bring the right hand down to find a little twist here. A little roll of the shoulder, draw a little circle with the hands so we open up the chest and find a bit more space here. You can stay here or you can tuck the back toes and lift the back knee. Maybe reaching above the head with that left hand, stretching out, extending the stretch a bit further. Then bringing the left hand down to the mat to frame the front foot. We're going to step back into our plank position for a moment, or knees down, you choose, pushing the ground away. Shoulders away from the ears, low hips, they're not up in the air like this, try and lower them down, and then bring the knees down and chest down, coming down. I'll shuffle back a bit into a little Sphinx pose. In fact, we're going to bring the hands out to the outside of the mat now and tent the fingertips. Again, pressing down with the lower body, the pubic bone. And inhale, just see if we can create a little bit of lift here with the chest. Head to come up last, and exhale, come down. You choose your height. Head all the way down to the mat, and then inhale, push through the fingertips, lift up. Giving the back a squeeze, the glutes a squeeze. Head to come up last, and down. One more time, head to the mat. Inhale, get this little ripple. Inhale up, hold for a moment, and then exhale, come back down. Let's find our forearms again for Sphinx pose. Taking another inhale, bring the chest forwards, and then we're going to tuck the back toes, and we're going to lift the hips up now. We can either stay on our knees, or we can come into a Sphinx plank. Have a little rock here if you like. Again, the same thing applies. Draw the belly in, but lower the hips. And then we're going to walk the feet in, or you can walk the knees in if your knees are down, raising the hips up into the air and lowering the chest down, the head between your elbows, and just seeing if we can lift the hips a little bit further. You can bend the knees if you like here. Dolphin pose. One more breath, and then bring the knees down, untuck the toes, and sit back into an extended child's pose. Bring the forehead to the ground, or to a block, or to a cushion. Or you can slide the hands alongside you, just finding a child's pose position that feels good for you, using props, cushions, blankets, whatever you've got at home to enable you just to relax. Big breaths. Imagine you are watching your body from above and you can see the inhales and the exhales. Your body expand on the inhale, all four corners of the torso, and to contract on the exhale and to soften the shoulders, soften the muscles of the face, the hands, the toes. One more big breath here. And slowly slide the hands under the shoulders, going to come up to a kneeling position. Take a big breath, reaching a little bit backwards here, up with the hands, and bring them down to heart. Going to press through the shins and lift our hips up, coming into an upright kneeling position. Little shoulder roll, draw the belly in a little bit here. Inhale, going to put our weight through our left side of the body this time and reach the right foot forwards, coming into a lunge with our right foot forwards. Take an inhale here. Interlace the fingers, push the hands away from you, reach forwards as far as you can, and then inhale, draw the hands upwards, sending your gaze upwards, getting a little glute squeeze, and as we release the hands, drawing a big circle, big stretch, and bring them back to prayer position. Inhale here to lift, press through your feet, make sure you're stable. Interlace the fingers, push away. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, draw the big circle, open up the heart. Bring them back to prayer. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Interlace and push away. Maybe gazing down at the floor before inhale. Reaching up, taking your gaze with it. This time we're leaving the right hand in the air and bringing the left hand down to find a little twist. Reach up, draw a few circles with the hand to open up that shoulder, encourage it gently. Then we're going to tuck the back toes, lift the back knee as an option, or you can keep the knee down if you prefer. And reach forwards, or keep the arm wherever feels good here. And then bring the hand back to the mat, framing the front foot. And this time we're going to step the left foot back in, coming to Uttanasana, forward fold. Have a little sway if you need, before slowly, little spinal roll all the way up to standing. Give things a little shake out. And let's have a little go at our eagle pose, putting the arms and the legs in this time. So finding a little sort of chair position. There's a lot of activity in my garden while I'm doing this, having to stay focused. So just as imagine you're like sitting on a little ledge here, tiny little bend in the knees. Can they shut that gate any more loudly? So stable through your feet, little soft knees. I'm going to bring the arms up in front of you, reaching forwards, and then draw the shoulders back, nice extension. Then we're going to cross the left arm underneath the right. Take a little hug here, reaching, clawing with our fingers to get a little bit more of a stretch. And then inhale to lift. So we're getting lots of buoyancy here. And then you can lift the hands up if they come to that position. You can either get to the ninja warrior cross position, or you can bring them a bit closer and get backs of your hands together, maybe finding that little tuck here for eagle arms. You choose your hand position. When you're there, we're going to ground to the right foot, lift the left toes and see if we can take a little cross over here. And then you can stay upright, or you can come down a little bit. Your toes can be on the mat, or they can be off the mat, or you might even be able to find that tuck. You can come low if that feels good. Sometimes I feel more stable, or you can lift yourself higher. Trying to find a moment of stillness here. Lift the elbows up slightly. So you're checking in that you're not lopsided. Trying to have shoulders that are straight, hips that are straight. Take one more breath in whichever position. And then the next inhale, we're going to reach out and find this wide pose, creating take up as much space as we can. Take a big inhale, flip the palms up. And then exhale, we're going to bring the hands down to the hips and take a little forward fold here. All the way down, get a nice stretch to the back of the legs, maybe a little wobble here. Try and secure that. Bend bend the knees if you need to. Have a little sway. Hands to the hips. Then slowly come back upright. And then we'll go on the other leg. So we're going to have a go, or the other side. So eagle arms on the other side. So last time we had the left arm going underneath, this time the right arm's going to go underneath. Let's reach our arms forwards, draw the shoulders back, right arm underneath. Take a little softening of the knees here, right arm underneath. Well, the opposite one to what you did last time. And then take hold of our shoulders, giving ourselves a little hug. Crawl the fingertips to get a little bit tighter squeeze here. Inhale, lift the elbows, lift the chest, and then we're going to nestle those shoulders in. Hopefully they're in a nice little cross point here. You can either stay here or you can continue until you might be able to bring the backs of the hands together, or tucking the right hand in just onto the left palm. Whatever feels nice and secure. If that really does not feel great, just leave it here. And then we're going to take ground through the left foot, lift the right knee, bring the toes, maybe they come off the ground slightly as we cross over, and we can either stay here or we can take a tuck the hands and tuck the feet, or if that's not accessible, just stay here. Both getting a really deep stretch, trying to find some stillness and some good alignment. So checking your hips are not sticking out to one side, your shoulders are not wonky. Taking an inhale, lifting up a bit, or coming down. There's all sorts of variations of eagle. And then as we inhale, we lift up and we spread the body out and take a nice big stretch. Maybe open up the palms, taking a big inhale here, letting our light spread out, feeling really open in the heart. And then we're going to bring our hands to our hips, and we're going to take our little wide leg fold again. So as we do this, our feet might be off the mat now, it depends which way around you are, and we're just going to lean forwards and hinging at the hips. Maybe inhale, do it incrementally, and exhale. See how far we want to come to. Maybe our fingertips come down to the mat, or maybe a block, or maybe something else in front of us, a chair. Use the exhale to come a little bit deeper. And when we're as deep as we can go, just soften the body, relax the body, whichever height you're at, even if you're still up here, holding onto your hips. You choose. Little yes and no with the head. Then we should tuck the heels in slightly here. So we've got our feet just poking out 45 degrees roughly, and then take a little bend in the knees, and we're going to come into a squat. So you choose what that squat looks like. It could be high. You can lower the hips down as far as they feel okay. You can find a pause, a little moment of stillness, or you can go a bit of up and down, add a bit of movement. You can sit on something. That's why the blocks are super useful. And then we'll bring our hands down to the mat, and we'll tuck our feet underneath and come back into a little tabletop position. I'm going to finish the little thread the needle again like we started at the beginning. So just take a moment to press through your foundation. Then we're going to inhale, lift the right hand up. Little rotation of the wrist here, maybe roll of the shoulder. And then exhale, draw, thread the right hand underneath. And come down either to the mat or to a block or a cushion. Walk the hand to the top of the mat, the left hand to the top of the mat. And take a couple of breaths here. You can have the left hand flat, or you can tent the fingertips and take an extra little twist here as you roll the body a little bit further. Whatever feels okay, you find it. Big breaths here. Checking your windpipe is nice and clear. Long neck. And then slowly slide the left hand in, and then the right one. And we'll go on the other side. So we're going to inhale, lift the left arm up, reach, wiggle the fingers, open up, and then exhale, draw the left hand underneath and through. Walk the right fingertips forwards, getting a nice stretch here. Trying to keep the hips square, but if you want to tent the fingertips and just take a little twist through the spine. Keeping your head on the mat or a block, or a cushion. A couple of deep breaths here. And slide the right hand in and the left hand. And then we're just going to walk the hand forwards, ripple onto our bellies. Maybe create a pillow with your hands and have a little rock from side to side. Just release the hips, any tension in your back or belly or anywhere that, just nice little release. Slowing things down. And then we're going to just roll onto our backs. So maybe shuffle to one side as you ease yourself over onto your backs. And just take a moment to get in a comfortable position, whether that's knees bent or extending the legs and coming into Shavasana. Taking some deep breaths here, arms wherever feels comfortable and relaxed. Take a deep breath. Just notice how you're feeling. And we're just going to do a short meditation here, guided meditation. Just trying to inhale and expand the body, and exhale, soften all the muscles, let go of any tension and feel the whole body heavy and relaxed. This really important time where we can just clear the waters, clear our minds, and be able to just connect with our light inside. So bring your attention to the center of your chest, your heart center. And imagine a soft golden light there. Tiny at first, like the first spark of dawn. Gentle, warm, but alive. And with each inhale, feel this light growing brighter and stronger. And with each exhale, feel it expanding gently, filling your entire chest. Inhale, nurturing your inner flames that are stoking the fire. And then exhale, letting it glow through your ribs, through your shoulders, through your arms. Inhale, feeling warmth flooding your heart. And exhale, sending that warmth throughout your belly, your spine, and your legs, your whole body. Your entire being illuminated from within. Steady, peaceful, and full of quiet power. Now imagine this light flowing from beyond you. And with each breath, see it extend outwards, like rays of the sun, touching the space around you. This light carries your kindness, your strength, your compassion. It reaches out to those nearby, and it continues to travel gently, connecting you with others. Imagine your light meeting other lights, brightening, lifting and weaving together a shared warmth. And just know that this light within you is endless. The more you share it, the more it grows. Your presence, your breath, your heart, they are all gifts you offer simply by being you. So take a deep, full breath in, feeling your light steady and strong, and exhale slowly, softly, with the intention to carry this light with you into your day, into the world. And when you feel ready, gently open your eyes and begin to return back to your surroundings, your day, but feeling radiant, grounded, and open-hearted. Thank you very much for joining me for this practice today. Remember, Namaste is about the light being within us all. So may the light within you always guide your path. May it warm those who you meet, and may it grow stronger with every breath, every kindness, and every step you take. Namaste.